Okay, this is part 2 to the last reading. You receive the Eight of Cups in reverse, Queen of Swords reversed, Hangman reversed, Ace of Swords reversed, okay? What that is saying, they're all in reverse due to the fact that this is past energy. You are fighting the will to have to be structured and be put into a box. You're tired of literally fighting society and saying, I do not want to be labeled like everyone else. I want to do things my way, in my timeline. I feel like you're tired of everyone telling you, your family, your friends, society saying, this is who you should be. You should be ladylike. You shouldn't curse. You shouldn't react in that way. When I feel like the person who's watching this is like, if you didn't treat me that way, I wouldn't react in that way. It's literally as if you are giving them the energy that they're giving you right back, and they don't like it. You're reflecting who they are back to them, and you're mirroring it to them, and they don't like it. This is a collective who wants peace, who is fed the up. You are wanting to, if you feel like you want to move away and like start fresh, this is your collective. This is for you. Okay, so I tried to record and then apparently I wasn't recording. So I got the Hierophant in reverse as well, meaning I take this Hierophant card as structure, as society, as an entity of generally it's a card of like religious views or like a higher realm. But I'm seeing this in reverse as you going off the beaten path. Maybe your family is very rigorous and religious and structured, and you're expected to A, get a career, B, get married, C, have kids. You may be the person who doesn't want to do it in that order. You might want to have kids first and then get married later, or you may never want to get married and your family is not okay with that. You may not even be interested in the idea of marriage. You may feel very locked down by marriage. Perhaps you have seen marriages that just haven't worked. Our society acts like this is a forever commitment, but then we all get divorces and, it's a very common occurrence. And, people get married without the right intentions. I feel like you're old school. I feel like you're romantic. I feel like you are traditional and you like your values of, respect, and you're tired of dating apps and you're tired of the nonsense of I'm expected to get married to someone just because that's what society should do, when you have your own, values and your own decisions. And I feel like, I'm getting a strong family dynamic where they're very, I wouldn't use the word controlling, but they are very rigorous in their values and what they have as expectations of you. So the person who's watching this may have a family who is very involved, almost to the point of uncomfortability. It's almost like you're uncomfortable because they're so involved. They're almost too involved in your life, and you never felt like you could. I'm looking at this Queen of Swords in reverse, and she has literally tied the beak of this bird. I'm not sure what type of bird, maybe a crane. The reason why I'm looking at the image as I'm saying I feel as though you can't trust them, where you can't go to them with anything because they're so judgmental is the word I'm hearing. Maybe that's how you feel. You feel very judged, or you feel like they just wouldn't understand you because they're so lost in these values that they almost forget about humanity, and they almost forget that we're all human. There's like this perfectionism that they are expecting from you. And so you don't feel, you're almost like the black sheep of the family. I'm thinking of the black swan, the ugly, what was it, the ugly duckling. I'm almost feeling like it's that type of loneliness of not feeling like you fit in with your own family, with your own crew. It feels like you have always wondered why it's so difficult trying to, have a relationship with your family. You may not even have one with, some of your family. You could be not speaking to maybe your parents or your siblings, or, it always feels like you're the one that they have an issue with because you don't go to their exact, in their eyes, what life should be and how it should be lived. They have this expectation of you as a person. They think you are someone who you're not, because you might have played the role for a long time. You might have pretended just because it was easier to avoid conflict. That could be a possibility here, where you feel like you have to wear a mask around your own family because they don't accept you for who you are. There's something about you that you may have never told your family. There's a part of you that feels ashamed, or ashamed. I don't know what I was trying to say. But there's a part of you that feels shame because they shame you. It's not because you don't love you. It's because they don't love the real you, is how you feel. Because it doesn't match up to their narrative. And I'm just going to say this right now. There's nothing wrong with you. Sometimes God, Spirit, guides, they choose where you begin in life so that you can change it. So that you could be the one to say, I no longer am going to accept this. You may be so opposite from your family because you are breaking cycles. You are a light in this world. There's some people who shine brighter than others because they've gone through so much darkness. There's those who go through darkness and decide to stay toxic and decide to follow in the same footsteps as their family or their parents. And then there's the ones who say, no, I'm going to walk my own path. And I have chills right now because I'm literally hearing a collective who is breaking cycles. We're talking generations of trauma, generational curses, generations of suffering at their own hands because they will not stand up for themselves and choose better. And you're deciding, I'm going to do better. We're going to have to do a part 3 because we still haven't got to the love story.